Hey guys, welcome to Let's Talk with Danielle podcast. And so I'm here tonight. I'm really excited about being here tonight because um, something special happened. Now, unfortunately, I did have a guest tonight that canceled. So, unfortunately, she will not be able to make it tonight. But when she's able to make it, I'm definitely going to have her on because I can't wait for her to get to talking about all of her business venture. It's about her and her journey with God. So, yes, I'll let you guys know when that happened. But tonight, it's just me. You guys got me. All right. So, basically, instead of me canceling tonight because my guest canceled at, like a little bit before we had to start, I said, I'm just going to go ahead and do the show and be committed to it, even if I have to do it by myself. So, you guys, make sure you join in. If you have any comments, any questions to ask me, because for those who have seen this podcast before, you know that one of our topics, the many topics, is about business, God, and faith, and um, family and relationships. So definitely, if you want to jump in here and ask questions about any of those topics, whether it's talking about business or anything like that, definitely go ahead and comment. But so tonight, I'm so excited because uh, I did get this gift from one of my podcast guests. Her name is Ari. She came on, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, and she have a jewelry line, and it's all handmade. So I just got my order. I saved it. I did not want to open it until I actually was going to do my podcast. So I'm going to be opening it in front of you guys so we can all, take a look at it at the same time. So this is the gift I got an email. Let's see here. And for those who are familiar with the podcast, with the model and the social media influencer and the business owner, you remember that she creates jewelry. So I have it all posted up on my Facebook page. Definitely go there. And then for those who are watching this on YouTube or will be watching this on YouTube, I'm definitely going to link that information on how to get her item under the video that that have her as a guest. So, all right, let me go ahead and see what I got. Hold on 1 second. I'm also getting feedback, so give me 1 second. Let's see. Let's see. I'm just trying to get rid of the feedback here. Let me see here. Okay. So, all right, we're going to keep going here. So, it comes in this package here. And here we go. And you pronounce her company as Ari Des. I probably mispronounced that, but here's the card. Uniquely you, there exists exactly one, infinite divinity, the beginning within. That's what her card says. So thank you. If you're going to be watching tonight or later, I just want to tell you, Ari, thank you for my gift. And I love them. Let's see here. I just love getting different like jewelry and different things like that. So I guess when you shop with her, you can definitely get something unique. So yeah, this is my gift. I want to do it on my podcast. I want to open it up. So this is my first time seeing them, and they are absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Ari. So the reason why I continue to do the podcast is because let me see here. Because over the weekend, the Lord was just really had me um, thinking about the unexpected, or when you are expecting something to happen and it doesn't. And he took me back to Esther, and I'm going to tie into that. Just give me 1 second. Let me see here. I want to share my story. Okay, so I wanted to share it live so you guys will be able to see it. And yeah, so I actually enjoyed these earrings that Ari gifted me. Well, I got them in the mail actually. I ordered them. So you guys got to place your order. These are so cute. So her information is on my page, like I said before. So yeah, my guest tonight just had something to come up, and I really, really understood the situation. She needed to cancel, and I found out a little bit before we had to come on. I just felt that God was like, no, you're going to go to, you don't have to cancel the whole show. Go on there as well and be committed. And so that's why I'm here tonight. We're going to talk about the topic of tonight is God's perfect plan. The reason why is my topic, that's the topic, is because sometimes we think that this just happened unexpected or a delay or something like that. And sometimes God is just saying, this is my plan and I'm doing something different. Or, in the scripture where it says all things work for the good of those who love the Lord, he will allow he will allow a delay or something to not actually happen just to protect you. You know, I was thinking about Esther. When you read about Esther, um, how her uncle Mordecai, who raised her, how they were so excited. In my mind, while I'm reading the story, I'm thinking about how Mordecai probably was like, "This is a great opportunity for Esther. We're going to go ahead and bring her to the palace. I know that Esther has a purpose because he can probably sense it. Like so many of us, where we are going through life and there's a big opportunity that we're facing, and we're excited about it, right? Or maybe the delay, something unexpected that happens with our health or our finances. And we're like, why is this happening now? Like, I'm right in the midst of walking into an opportunity or enjoying this opportunity that that I've been waiting for. But something has to happen. So here it is, Esther and Mordecai, they are all, excited about this opportunity. But here is the fact that this man comes up and has something, an issue with Mordecai. Like he has this issue with him and actually wanted to hang him. It's kind of funny how sometimes your enemies will want to do something bad to you or don't wish you well. And the very thing that they wish on you happens to them. But I believe somewhere in between that decision between Mordecai and Esther, they had to really pray about this thing. Esther had went on a fast about this. So I'm saying all of this is that if you're in a season where you are looking at a setback or a delay, and that could be in business, that could be in a relationship, or that can just be in any area that you have been looking forward for something to happen and you see a delay. God is God. If He can do it for Esther, I know He can do it for us. And that's one reason why what I wanted to talk about. I'm not going to stay on here long because I don't have my guest here. I was so excited about coming on tonight with her, and the unexpected happened. And that's what happened over the weekend when God was talking to me about it. He was like, no matter what happens, I'm still God. No matter the situation it is. Like I have girlfriends that have been that have actually prayed, many girlfriends that I've talked to in the season that have prayed and wanted to have a baby. but in that area they're challenged in, or maybe girlfriends or even myself that are single and that are praying for a godly relationship. And it seems like there's a delay, or sometimes you think you have met this person and you think that's the right person, and you go on this journey with them and you discover that this is not the right person for you, that somehow you wasted all this time or whatever time it is with this person. But God has a way of saying, don't look at the setbacks and don't look at the delays. Trust him in the process. He'll always come through, even with starting your business. Like me, like I said, so many times, and when I had found my purpose with writing, and I just seen God literally bring things to me. Like it's all God. It was never really me. And all I needed to do was trust God and listen to God, you know, understand my purpose in Him. So those who are watching, if you're watching and you're commenting or you're just stopping by to say hi, thank you for joining. Thank you for even liking and watching. So you could be anywhere else, but you decided to take a peek here on my podcast. And for those who will watch this later, like I said, tonight is really about understanding that God's perfect plan for our lives doesn't necessarily mean that delays won't happen. You know, it doesn't mean that delays won't happen. When I look at some of the stories in the Bible, when we're talking about Hannah and how she prayed for a baby, and I know sometimes we can say, "Oh, that's you're being so super spiritual," but reality is we believe in a God that is spiritual, so we need to understand the spiritual realm in God, in Jesus Christ. So when we are talking about this and wanting to accomplish that, we need to know that there's power in praying, there's power in fasting for anything. This is not something, you know, that we just go to church on Sunday and then that's okay. You have to have a personal relationship with God, talking with God, understanding who He is, learning who He is. Because when you do that, I believe God begins to reveal things about you because He created you. He knows everything about you. He knows more things about you than you know about yourself. I'm going to share something with you guys today. I had this dream, and this was God's way of talking to me and telling me there's groups of people, including myself, that He is preparing us in this season, whether it's an opportunity in business or in relationship, or He could be bringing and restoring a family back. So God showed me this dream that I had this opportunity sitting at my table. There was this really famous or influential person at my table. And I'm like, they're waiting to read my book. So I go to look for this book and I couldn't find it. So I started going through these boxes that were in my closet. And I'm like, where's my books? Because my books are normally in like these boxes that I ordered then. So I'm looking for this particular book that I wrote and I couldn't find it. And I'm praying to God, excuse me. I'm praying to God. I'm saying, Lord, please do not let this opportunity, leave me. I don't want to miss this opportunity. And so God, He began to let's see here. So the Lord, He began to calm me down and kind of tell me to, organize the things around me. And I literally like woke up and I knew God was telling me that He's preparing me for something, but he I can't miss the opportunity because I'm not ready or I'm not prepared for the opportunity. So anything that the Lord is telling you to do, or whether that's organizing your closet, that's one thing God has been putting on my heart to do, which I started to do that. Like as soon as I had that dream, the things that I had been putting off to do, I went in there, I organized all of my books, all of my journals, everything created. I created a like a warehouse, like a space for my books because they were just stored in these boxes. The Lord was like, no, in this season, I need you to make sure everything is organized because when things happen, when I elevate you on a certain level, you're not gonna have time to get prepared. You gotta already be prepared. So I believe so many of you can be prepared. Like there's things I've done. Like my closet is good, but there are some things that I kept putting off that God was like, no, I need you to get that now. I need you to do that right now. So whatever instructions that the Lord may have shared with you to do, go ahead and do it. This is the season to go ahead and do that. Some of you, like many times I believe the Lord is telling so many of us that we have books in us, and so many people know it. But with life and work and whether it's in ministry, some of you might be speakers and ministers, you're like, I don't have time. And God is like, you're gonna have to make time because you got so much inside of you that I need you to put all that in a book. And I need this book to get in the hands of the people that need it. So the Lord said, you're gonna have to make time to write that book. You need time to write that book. And so we've been having years go by and go by, and you haven't sat down and organized your thoughts and what the book is going to be about or what the Lord has showed you. So this is definitely the season to do that, to go ahead and write that book. I'm excited about this season, but at the same time, I've been in prayer like I said, all weekend because I know this is a different season. And for those who um, when we will talk about seasons. Sometimes, like in the Bible, when Moses led the people through the wilderness, and then the next season was when God raised up Joshua to take the lead into the promised land. So I believe God always has different seasons. This season in your life, God could be instructing you to do certain things. And then another season, a new season, the instructions may be different. So when you hear people talk about seasons, spiritual seasons, sometimes it's just them saying God is instructing you or moving you, not a physical move all the time, but a spiritual move, a different mindset about a certain. So that's why I always believe that we're always constantly, God is moving us. God is always um, teaching us. And where we are weak at, God is always strengthening us, in that area. So I believe, like I said, there's always a different season. There's always room for improvement in God. And that, when I say that, I'm talking about your business, your personal life, and your relationship with God. You never get to a place where you know it all. You never get to a place where you know everything. So before I leave tonight, I am going to share with you guys, since it's just me tonight, I'm going to share with you some of the things for those who don't know and will be watching this video. Um, I'm going to share what I have as an author, because I'm a business owner as well. I own Four Keys Publishing Company, where we publish books, fiction and nonfiction. And here are some of the books that we publish, which are mine. back. That's our logo right here. This novel, this novel right here is called "It's Not Just a Good Thing; It's a God Thing," and it's about a young woman in her 30s that's in a season of desiring a husband. And she always had been raised in the church, but never really walked in a serious relationship with God. So she finds herself telling God that she's going to find her husband. But what happens in the book, she not only get delayed in that area, but she discovers love in a different way. And it's the love of God. And it's on a different level. And she learns so many things about herself. So yeah, definitely if you're interested in Christian fiction that ministers, you can definitely get my book on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. Definitely. And I will soon be having it on my website too. So yeah, just stay connected with me. You'll see my website and my books right now are not on there yet, but they will be on there. This is the second novel called Love and Secrets. It's the series basically from this first level. So it's about London, um, and this is a story with her being married. She discovers how to balance being a wife and um, how to balance when things like we were talking about earlier about when things unexpected happens or tragedy. She goes through something really tragic in the book. So it's also healing. I mean, for those who have experienced losing a loved one or losing a baby, you would definitely kind of, when you read it, you'll go on the journey with her in healing. And yeah, I think you guys will love this. It's a really great love story, but you will be entertained and ministered to at the same time. So to all my Christian women and men, you guys know if you have men, for the men who have sisters and women in your life, you can definitely get them a book that they would actually love. So yeah, guys, tonight I just had to come on here because just kept hearing God say, "Don't cancel." We've been talking about delays, and when things happen unexpected, you have to actually move forward and trust God. So I'm going to leave you guys with that tonight. When things happen unexpectedly, and you sometimes get discouraged, trust God because he always comes through. I can name so many different things on how he came through for me. And I'm just excited about what he's doing in my life. And trust me, I've experienced a lot of setbacks and delays, but I also experienced some amazing things God has done for me and doors he has opened for me and people he had brought into my life. So I'm excited what God is doing in my life right now and what he's going to be doing in your life. God bless you guys. Y'all stay connected with Let's Talk with Danuelle podcast and you have a good night.